Here I go again on my own. Going down the only road I've ever known. Hey. It's your girl J9 Eve. We're gonna go live. Long as this thing ain't dropping scenes. And it ain't. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We go in public. Oh! Yas, honey, yas. And now we wait patiently. We wait patiently, or we say we are, at least we say we are. Hey, Megan, and a Rachel, and a Pinup, and a Jared, and a Lauren, and a Crime Corner. Hey, boos. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? No, I had said I was gonna do this particular live about this man. You know, Saturday, Mama was like, I want to watch some scary stuff. But his face is scary enough, I guess. I suppose. How you doing, Kelly? Edie beady. But got a mod in the house, Kevy G. Thank you, boo. Tequila and Jeanette. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's weekend going? Okay. Okay. Mama was practicing her stand up today. I made one. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny if I say so myself. And I do say so. I do say so myself. I say it. I said it myself. Finally get to see you live. I have been waiting for this. Well, here you are, darling. You are here, honey. Oh, thank you for my rose, Lashonda. Ooh. Mm. It smells so pretty. Oh, this man here, honey, with these here, with these here, these here tears, honey. He is an ugly cry if I ever seen one. Oh, just a hideous crier, honey. Miss Daly's, yes, honey. We got two mods in the house already. Showing up for mama, yes. Yes. That part. See my comment about DB admitting he drove the SUV? When he admit, what video? Where? Who? How? What? No, I didn't see that. TK? I did not. Where is it? Ooh, I've seen 3 videos on TikTok saying his family was murdered in front of him and he was told to take the hit because he owed so much money. Oh, you think? Hmm. Interesting. That wouldn't really make any sense though. If he owed them money and they said take the hit because he owed them money, he still was going to jail, which means they wasn't going to get their money. So not really catching the point of that. Like, if they weren't going to get their money, seems like they would have just did him. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, you know. Oh, what is this? What is this? I'm gonna get this name. What the name? What the name? Darlene. Thank you, Darlene. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Oh. Yes, honey. Mama love her babies. Oh, Crime Corner, Mama, I have a kidney stone. You're the distraction I need. Oh, you was in the ER watching the closing arguments from the AM case. Mm-mm-mm. The Alex Murdaugh case. Yeah, them closing arguments. That's what we watching tonight, honey. We're gonna watch it different though. We're gonna watch it and make fun, of course. because mama. Because mama, that's why. Hey Big Mitch. How you doing? Maybe he oh, I saw a TikTok. Tell y'all what I seen. I seen a I don't know if it was a TikTok or maybe it was a short. It was either a short. I think it was a YouTube short. And they were taking Alex walking out of the building into a van and somebody was yelling, Buster's next, Buster's next, Alex, Buster's next. And that's what I said. They're going to be coming for Buster next. Oh, they're going to get Buster, honey. Buster going to be in there in court next. It's going to be the older and the younger version of the same man in there. For different reasons. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, honey. Ain't gonna be nobody to protect him because Faja is already under the prison. Hey, Josh. He said, Mama. 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 mm-hmm. Typo. Where? I see it. He could have used the insurance monies. You know, if he's in prison, though. When somebody gets murked and then they always suspect the family first, the insurance company be happy as hell because they be like, oh, good, we ain't got to pay this. But they probably be the ones sicking the police on people. They be like, look, I heard that it was the husband. Go check it out. Because if it was, we ain't got to pay. Hey, Cassandra. Hey, boo. Dee Dee. Yes, another live Saturday night, honey. Saturday night. Yes, my boos. Yes. My babies. Yes, welcome everybody to the chat and hit that thumbs up. Go on and hit that thumbs up for mommy, okay? Hit that thumbs up. Make mama happy. Thumbs up. Bow. J9, you keep missing it about DB objecting to being called when they're talking about the driver of the SUV. I don't know. Let's see. J9, you keep missing it. But DB objecting to being called he. Oh, he objects to being called he when they are talking about the driver of the SUV. So when they say what, like he's driving the SUV, he doesn't object? Is that what you mean? Oh, no, he does object to being called he. No, I don't know. I never noticed that. I catch the you. I know I'm probably still missing that. Oh, I did get it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I never noticed that. Daryl don't like them pronouns, honey. He don't like them there pronouns, honey. He said, look now. So he did object. So he was like, who is he? Who is you? Who is I? Who is my real daddy? Stop calling me he. I am a she. Clearly. Look how little I am. I'm clearly a lady. I'm a young lady. That's Daryl. I am a young lady. You're not going to be up in here calling me he, okay? That's what you ain't going to do. The whole family is translucent. I know. They are. Yes. They are very, very translucent. Oh. Still, or Corey, and that Erica wasn't a woman. Oh. He loved to talk some shit about Erica. Since he's still in jail, he in a prison right now, talking shit about. You go, what you think Daryl's doing right now? Well, I'm not sure what he's doing, but I know what he's talking about. He's talking about Erica for sure, for sure. Oh, Jay, now why am I always keying? Because that's what Mama do. Mama keys. Mama's been keying her whole life. She 44. She ain't stopping now. Key. Okay. DB Bible belongs to the state. God doesn't even want him. I know that's right. You don't want nothing to do with it. No parts of it. So get up underneath this here prison so I ain't got to look at you. All right, y'all. Let's hop on in here. Okay. Let's have us a little fun for the night. And then maybe it's not a lot of us in here. Maybe we can have some time to do a scary live maybe. Just checking, just asking. I mean, I know not everybody's into that, but Mama like it, and it makes Mama happy. Okay. All right. Your laugh when something is really funny is delightful. Yeah. The funny thing is that I find almost everything funny. Oh, even my own face. So since I see my face here on this here screen, I laugh at that too. It's a funny face it is. It's funny. All right, let's get in here. Hey, Bruce. Hey, Bruce. All right, let's get to.
Excuse me.
Thank you. When we left off, we were talking about at what point during that interview in the car with Dave Owen that you decided to start lying about the murders of your wife and son. I'm going to pick up this video real quick. Not going to play the whole thing, but I'm going to start from 2 minutes.
Swinging.
So, just start to talk, take your time.
Like when I came back here, I mean, I pulled up and I could see him, and you know, I knew something was bad. I ran out. I knew it was really bad. And my boy over there, I could see it was.
What was it? Was it? Is that what it was? Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff it was. Ew. He just rubbed his snotty nose and rubbed his fingers together. I would be pissed if he was in my car and he done that shit. But like, you better not touch nothing. You bet not touch nothing. Okay? Not a damn.
I could see his brain on his...
Ugh. Sheesh. Did you see it fly out? I bet you saw it fly out, didn't you?
And I ran over to Maggie. And, actually, I think I tried to turn Paul over first. You know, I tried to turn him over, and I don't know, I figured it out. His cell phone popped out of his pocket. I started to try to do something with it, thinking maybe, but then I put it back down really quickly.
See, that's a weird thing to say. I started to do something with it. Do what with it? Like that weird, like a red, like it seems like you're going extra by saying that as opposed to just saying I started to try to use it to call the police. You know, I seen his phone and I was gonna use it to, but to say I started to grab it, I picked it up to do something with it, and then I put it back down. Like I'm just saying, like, it's certain things that just are natural to say and certain things that aren't. Oh, generational curse. These were evil people. This is what this was. These were people. These were evil people. The whole family was rotten. The whole family was rotten. It wasn't just him. His sons were rotten. The whole family was rotten. I don't know a whole lot about the mama, but I feel like if we looked into it, she'd be rotten too. I just don't know. I just kind of just feels like it because somebody didn't raise these children right, and he was at work most of the time. This Mr. Murdaugh, he was at work or off, doing some pills or something. You know what I'm saying? So she raised them for both the boys to turn out to be horrible. I have a hard time believing that she's an angel. You know what I'm saying?
Then I went to my wife, and I could see.
What could you see? What'd you see, Alex? Tell us what you saw.
Did you touch maybe at all?
I did. I touched them both.
Touched everything.
I tried to do it as limited as possible, but I tried to take their pulse on both of them. And, I called 911 pretty much right away.
Pretty much right away? What does that mean?
She was very good.
Come on, Alex. Make it make sense.
I talked to her. I told her I was going to get off the phone to call some family members. I did that.
What family members did you call?
I called my brother Randy, and I called my brother John.
And then what you do?
And I tried to call a little boy, real good friend that's right around the corner from here, but I didn't get him.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all what I've noticed from this. I ain't watched a whole lot of this stuff. But I'm going to tell you, hey, Danny, hey, boo. Tell you what I noticed. He keeps mentioning this boy who lives close by, who's supposed to be like a friend of Paul's, I believe. Right? This young boy, like, your family just got murked, according to you, right? And you call your brother, you call all these people, why would you call the young person who was friends with your son? What exactly is his role supposed to be when he gets there? So the feeling that I get when I hear him say that, the thing that what I think is that young boy he's talking about, okay, is for some reason, this is just my thought. This is just my theory. This is not based in anything else I've seen except for the way that he speaks of this person in passing. He speaks of like for him to considering that he would call him in that moment. You know what I mean? Like the fact that he would call him. But remember, he didn't even call his son. They said that. He didn't even call Buster. He texted Buster. Found that out in the trial. He says that he called him, but he didn't. He texted him. But he called this boy, though. That's his son's age. From down the street. Why would he call this boy? Like, in my mind, I'm thinking, because like young kids and stuff, sometimes they be the supplier of grown people. I'm thinking, is this young boy like a supplier? Like why would he call this young boy at this time? And so that's what made me think, was this little boy a supplier of those things he liked so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what I'm thinking. Like, that's what it felt like. It felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me.
What all was around Paul when you walked up?
Blood.
Anything else?
I mean, there was some body thing.
Yeah, the
sir.
Bill Connect.
like
It was
any
the Bill
other
Connect, Josh.
evidence? I know you said the phone fell out of the pocket, but did you see anything else that didn't belong or shouldn't belong or that wasn't part of Paul?
No, sir, not good. No, sir.
How about Maggie?
No, sir.
You didn't see anything around them? What made you come out here tonight?
I went to, my mom's a late stage Alzheimer's patient. My dad's in the hospital. My mom gets anxious when she does. I went to check on them and Maggie. Maggie's a dog lover. And she fools with the dogs. And I knew she'd gone to the kennel. I was at the house.
Just to be clear, you say you hadn't made the conscious decision to start lying about your wife and son's murder right there, correct?
I don't believe so.
Okay, well, let's continue on.
Mr. Waters, I can't tell you exactly when that decision occurred.
Okay. You can't describe to the jury the moment you decided to lie about your wife and son's murder.
I can't tell you exactly when that moment occurred.
I left the house and went.
But you did say earlier that when David Owen asked you about your relationships, that was a trigger point, correct?
Well, that was certainly one of the things that contributed or made me paranoid.
Okay.
Now, you know, there were already things that had gone on that occurred, as I said, that put me in that mindset.
Yeah.
But exactly when I decided to lie about that, I can't tell you.
It was every day. Oh, I decided that, I don't know, 10 years ago, 15, 20, when I was 2. I don't know, I just decided that lying was better than the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I like to be consistent. That's how I got so far in life. Consistency is key, you see. Okay? And you know, liar, once a liar, always a liar, gonna be a liar till I die.
So the things again, you talked about your dope paranoia,
Blanco, hey,
the fact they'd taken GSR, and you talked about the advice of your law partners and Sheriff Hill and Greg Alexander, and then you talked about your distrust of SLED somehow from the circumstances and demeanor of this interview right here, correct?
No, my distrust from SLED didn't arise from this.
Oh yeah, y'all tell me what SLED is. Heard him say that before, and I never I never looked it up. What is SLED? Somebody in the chat, let me know. What is this SLED that he doesn't like?
Interview. My distrust for SLED arose from a couple of things, and it's really several things. It arose from
Blanco.
the way they had been involved in, SLED had been involved in the investigation into Paul's criminal charges, and they had been involved in, there was an issue that had gone on with some rumors about Buster and Paul. They had been involved in that, where
Thank you, Crazy Casey. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Mama love those little lemon head ones. They're so cute. It's like, who came up with that?
you know, Buster nor Paul had anything to do with what I'm talking about, and SLED never said that. Even though they told their lawyer that, they never say that. And there had been another incident where SLED had charged Greg Alexander, my friend in this case. They charged him.
Josh, you
In
funny.
fact, I thought the agent that was involved in that was David Owen, but the charges against Greg Alexander were so they were so wrong that my dad and I made a conscious decision, even though he was a career prosecutor, made a decision to go to the courthouse and sit with Greg Alexander while his trial went on, because
This was like 10 years ago, right?
it was a while back,
Yeah.
you know. But
You don't know if Dave Owen was at SLED 10 years ago.
no, I checked on that, because that night the officer who was involved in that case in bringing clearly manufactured charges against Greg Alexander.
So you're saying the night before you sat down for this interview, you were asking somebody about whether or not something about Greg Alexander 10 years ago in the wake of what had occurred?
Oh no, I didn't ask anybody.
Okay, so that wasn't what you were discussing when you were sitting in this car.
No, I wasn't discussing that. I'm just telling you that I thought David Owen was the same agent that was involved in that case. Now,
Ain't it funny? He's so talky about this other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with what he done. And so what had happened was, because we were like, what you ain't gonna do is railroad this here kid. So you know what we did, because we good Samaritans and stuff. So what we done, we went and sat with this kid, because because that ain't right. I'm like, all right, now back to Maggie and Paul. He'd be like, huh? Some who? Oh my gosh. So did those shears shaved his bald ass head quick, honey. Yes. He's so funny. Look at him. You don't know what's going. Look at he is. I wonder how he's. Did they make him? I mean, because he was taking an awful lot of pills. Like, how is he just? Did he just now? He just ain't taking them. He's just fine, or is he like out of his mind? Because when people can't. When like when they come down from this stuff, and then they be like wanting some more, and then they don't get it, and then they get all shaky. Like, ain't he go through this? Like, how we even know he even know where he at right now? You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, this man.
I learned later, because I checked on it, I learned later that it was a different David, SLED agent, first name David with a different last name. I learned that later. I'm just saying that was all part of that process going on in my mind.
So you're saying that you're sitting here right now thinking that this Dave Owen and this circumstances and demeanor of this interview, you're thinking that guy had been involved in the prosecution or investigation of your friend 10 years ago.
I did.
Okay, so here's a new one you just mentioned to us, correct?
No, that's not a new one.
Okay.
That's part of.
The circumstances are new. I mean,
No,
that's fairly
no.
specific, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, no, sir.
I mean, the story keeps evolving. Keep going.
No, you asked me about this, Mr. Owen. What I said is part of this whole, Mr. Waters, part of this whole process involved my distrust for SLED. That was a big part of my distrust for SLED.
Yeah, we can all see it on your face in this interview, can't we?
That's funny. So he was lying about being there when his family was murked. And he says it's because there's some cops that he don't like. There's a couple of cops that I don't like, and because I don't know if these guys who asking me know them or not, I'ma just lie. This is gonna end well. This is gonna end very well for me. Okay. You already know they're gonna suspect you. Come on. You are a lawyer. You know they're gonna suspect you. All they gotta do is catch you in one lie, and you going away forever. One little lie, and they get to tell the jury that you lied. Ooh, you going away,
I don't
honey.
know.
But you said what you just said a little bit ago, that wasn't the lie. That wasn't the conscious decision yet. So let's keep going. If we can.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't believe that it was. I don't
Okay.
know exactly when I made the decision to lie about that.
All right.
All right?
Well, if you see it, let me know, okay?
I know, right?
My mom's for just a little while. Tried to call her when I left.
Yes,
Texted her,
BB is
no
coming to
response.
At least he good for something.
When I got back to the house was obviously nobody was in there.
Yes,
So I figured they're still up here
obviously.
fooling around. Paul was gonna be getting set up to plant. Our sunflower seeds got sprayed and died, and he was refiguring to plant the sunflower seeds.
What
So
else pointless
I came back up
information
here
do you have?
and I drove up and saw and called.
I drove up, I saw, and I called. Eventually.
Had Maggie and Paul been arguing over anything?
No.
What was their relationship like?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. How about yours and Maggie's?
Hey, Christy. Hey, boo.
I mean, I'm sure we had little
Hey,
things here
Deborah.
and there, but we had a wonderful marriage, wonderful relationship.
How
And
you
yours
doing,
and Paul's
boo?
relationship?
How you doing?
As good as it could be.
Considering all the issues
How
that
was
I have
Paul?
and how I've been spending all the money and turning our rich family into a poor family. You know, aside from all that, we've been great. My pupils are always dilated and make me look like my eyes is just straight black. But you know, it's been a good day. Oh, look at him. Look at this. Look at this. And look at this guy in the back. I don't mean to, deter from from the point, but what's going on with you, sir? Who you trying to pick up? Look at this dude in the back with his shirt out. Let me unbutton this a little bit. You know, the whole world's gonna see this later. I want to, see what I can catch. Catch me some ladies. They're gonna be like, "Ooh, who's that silver fox?" You know, more like a white owl. Oh, baby, you tried it. You tried it. You tried it, boo.
22.
Okay.
So that was the moment, right there, that line of questioning, just asking some very general
Ooh,
questions
he's now
about your
disbarred.
relationship.
Said Corey Fleming. Is that dude's name? That I was with the chest out, with his, showing his chest, trying to show us his chest hair. Oh, he got disbarred. Ooh, cold-blooded.
You mentioned that before, didn't you, Mr. Murdaugh? Is that the moment right there? Is that the look on your face when you decide to lie about an important fact in your wife and son's murder?
I don't know, as I said, Mr. Waters, I don't know the exact point that I made that decision.
Specifically earlier mentioned that very exchange as somehow triggering you to lie
Yes, it is.
about the last time you saw them
Triggering the
lie.
shit out of you.
No, I'm not saying that that's what made me lie. I'm saying this whole set of circumstances caused me to be in a state where I had paranoid thoughts.
No, them pills did that.
That normally,
Hey,
Mr.
Amanda.
Waters, I could take a deep breath and make go away
Yes, he's a
in
caged bird, a singing.
a second or 2 seconds or 3 seconds at the most. And on this night,
Hey, Vonda. Hey,
I
boo.
wasn't able to do that.
Mama, love you. Ooh. Bars.
But all of those things that I mentioned,
Oh, that's Danny Henderson with his chest out, showing his chest hairs. Yeah, I don't know nothing about these people. All I know is that this man lost an awful lot of weight during this trial. I mean, he was like, this trial wasn't, what was it, like a couple weeks? It's a lot of weight to lose in a couple of weeks is all I'm saying. He looks very different. You know what I'm saying? He lost a lot of a weight. He's pill popper. He's a pill popping pools all the night of my. Yes, this guy, exactly. This guy right here.
I believe contributed to that.
Okay. Any more you want to add now, since you keep adding them?
Ah,
I'm glad to answer any question you have.
this dude is my
massive.
type of petty. Yeah.
Factors have gone from yesterday to today, and now even after lunch we got some news. So anything else you want to add right now as to factors?
Oh, look at y'all.
George, I don't believe
Look.
that I've
There's
added
sun
any
back
new
there.
factors. I believe that's what I said yesterday.
Dirty.
All right.
He did shed some weight. A wife, son, a wife and a son.
I've
Oh,
explained some of those factors because of your questions. But I don't believe
cold-blooded.
I've added any factors.
Okay.
Y'all is cold as ice.
Let me move this forward just
Hey,
a little
Erica.
bit.
Hey, boo.
Okay, so most of this was stuff from between a couple of them, but not.
You had talked about yesterday in great detail about the boat case, which you brought up on the 911 call.
Hey, Christy. Christy Barnes said, New Jack City for the love of money. I don't think that's New Jack City. I think you're mixing up two different things. I think it's New Jack City was living just enough for the city. Yeah. Living. Like the love of money, I think that's Bone Thugs and Harmony. For the love of money. Yeah, I think that's Bone Thugs and Harmony. So y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to think of a song in New Jack City that was love for the love of money. I love when y'all reference music though. I love it. Cause mama's memory ain't shit. Well, my memory is fine. My short-term memory is terrible. My long-term memory is solid.
Call and to Daniel Green, and then of course in this first interview, correct?
I did mention the boat wreck.
All right, and you described that. Do you remember what you said in this interview about the boat wreck?
Cash Money Brothers.
Not
About
specifically.
specifically the other people involved in the boat wreck?
Is
Do you
it? That's the
remember specifically?
remix. Oh
Do you
shit.
remember specifically? I guess you said no.
I
My
remember
bad.
talking about the boat wreck.
Hey, Christy.
And I
Don't
know
know.
that I talked about the boat wreck.
All right.
So that's the remix. All right, you got me. You got me.
We'll play now from 1714.
Any direct threats between any of the people on the
My
boat
brother's keeper.
specifically, but I do think there's been
my
a
brother's keeper.
small amount of yip yap between a couple of them, but not recently.
Okay.
She said
What
the
was the term you
OJ
used
sung
for
that song.
Small amount of yip yap.
Yeah, and just to be clear, Mr. Waters, there was never, ever a point in time where I thought that the people that were involved in the boat wreck did this to Paw and Maggie.
Okay.
I've never thought that.
All right. I never thought that, but it's literally one of the first things that you said out of the 911 call.
Nah, that's not what I said. I never, ever, ever under any point in time believed that those kids that were riding in that boat or their parents or their
Yeah, that's true. He didn't say that the people who were on the boat did it. He said that, like the people in the town who were mad because the girl died and felt like he got away with it, they were the ones who were like threatening him. He didn't say it was the people on the boat. So this dude is he definitely is he's reaching. This prosecutor is reaching for fun.
Parents.
or their families.
Hey, Rachel.
I didn't believe that any of the families, the people that were involved in the boat wreck, had anything to do with hurting Maggie and Paul.
Okay.
But I can tell you that at that time, and as I sit here today, that I believe that boat wreck is the reason why Paul and Maggie were killed.
Okay.
And I'm certain.
So
I believe
it was,
that.
It was random vigilantes, the 5-2 vigilantes, huh?
Now, what I believe, Mr. Waters, is I believe that when Paul was charged criminally, there were so many leaks, half-truths, half-reports, half-statements partial information, misrepresentations of Paul that ended up in the media all the time. And when I tell you the social media response that came from that was vile, the things that were said about what they would do to Paul, they were so over the top that nobody would believe anybody would get on social media and do that. But I believe then and I believe today that the wrong person saw and read that.
Okay.
Because I can tell you for a fact
Was that person you, Alex? Is that what you're talking about?
that the person or people who did what I saw on June the 7th,
Thank you, Rachel.
they
Rachel, love us,
hated
y'all.
Paul Murdaugh, and they had anger in their heart. And that is the only reason that somebody could be mad at Paul like that and hate him like that.
Gotcha. All right, so we've got now.
But that's why I did then believe it was the boat wreck, and I believe now that the
Is it weird? Is it weird that? Is it weird that he's extremely convincing? You know. Oh no, that's right. He was on them pills. Never mind. He might not even know he might not even remember doing it. He might not even remember doing it. But I shit you fucking not. I ain't gonna hold you. I just, he's convincing as fuck. Had the town not, I'll put it to you like this. Had the son not did this thing with the boat, right? And had the other son not had his terrible reputation as well. And this happened without those things being factors. He's pretty fucking believable. No shit. Like, I could see myself as a juror being like, I don't know. I don't know. Especially actually even considering him being on those pills like he was, it almost leans more towards that this is even more convincing. Because there's like this patheticness to him at this point, right? That is kind of like, oh my God, he's just fucked. You know what I mean? Like he's in this impossible situation. I can see it. He's convincing as fuck. But I'm sure as I dabble into regular parts of the trial. Oh, and even more so, check that out. I wonder if they dug a little deeper. You know, how stiff is Buster's alibi? Because now I could see that. Because if he got convicted of it, right? So the mom and the son get killed, right? The dad gets convicted. And like I said before, insurance company ain't going to pay out him if he is under investigation for it, right? But hey, Tian, we just playing around here, right? We just theorizing a little bit. But if he got convicted though of it, the son could possibly still collect from that insurance policy from them two. So if Buster said it, not Buster did it, he didn't even have to physically do it. If Buster planned it, just theorizing here, okay? If Buster had planned it, had some people do it for him, you know, promise them some money, a lot of, you know, I'm sure it's a nice amount of money, right? Promise them some money for them to do it, knowing that he's going to get blamed for it. Because who's going to believe him? He's on all these pills. Perfect patsy. and make sure that he's not going to get the money. There's nobody left but Buster. Right? No, he wouldn't be able to collect, but Buster might. Because the policy still exists and somebody's supposed to get it. It can't be him because he's suspected, Alex. But Buster is not. In fact, even more so because Buster, because he's like been convicted. So they can't even point a finger at Buster for this at this point. They already got their person. That's good, right? You follow it? You follow me? Because I mean, I do notice this. Buster shows absolutely no expression on his face at all during it, like literally nothing. And he just kind of has that look about him. You know, he's got that giant face, you know what I'm saying? And look how pathetic this guy looks. Like, I feel like his son did it. It's my theory. Like, it's just how I feel myself. But that's, you know, my crazy thought. But it sounds easy enough to me. And he would have known everybody's going to definitely just follow along. They're not going to look for nobody else because they're going to be very happy to blame this guy for it because everybody hates him already anyway. The whole town hates him. They want him to go down and all of that. And the Buster already has it in his history. I mean, there's already a theory about him offing somebody before. That boyfriend apparently that he had, allegedly. The little gay boy that got killed that they never solved. And there's a trail to Buster. So yeah. I'm thinking Buster's a sneaky little thing, right? I know it started out crazy, but you see what I'm saying? I could find a way. Yes, I'm a cop now. You know this. Oh, hey. Solving crimes. Crime Stopper. Solving crimes without leaving the house. Crime Stopper. I never know what I'm talking about. I know that's right. Call me Scooby-Doo, honey.
Boat wreck.
All right, so we've
Had
got
something to do with it.
All right, so we've got random vigilantes because of the boat wreck.
Now, I don't know that they're random vigilantes.
Well, you just said it wasn't the family or the kid, or
No.
the kids or the family.
Yeah, the whole family need to be thrown out.
So you're saying it's somebody
need to
off
get
of social
Buster
media,
next.
and you don't have any evidence of that, do you?
Not
You
to-
just believe that. You're just telling that jury that as you try to explain the lie that you told for the first time yesterday. Isn't that right?
No, sir, that's not right.
It's not right. All right. Well, let me ask you a question
Get
then.
up
So what you're
underneath
telling
this
this jury
prison.
is that it's a random vigilante.
That's
The
your term.
12-year-old 5'2" people that just happened to know that Paul and Maggie were both at Moselle on June 7th, that knew that they would be at the kennels alone on June the 7th, that knew that you would not be there, but only between the times of 8:49 and 9:02, that they show up without a weapon, assuming that they're going to find weapons and ammunition there, that they commit this crime during that short time window, and then they travel the same exact route that you do around the same time to Alameda. That's what you're trying to tell this jury?
You got a lot of factors in there, Mr. Waters, all of which I do not agree with, but some of which I do.
All right.
Hey, Debbie. Debbie Caruso. For the love of money. Come on, get him. Get him.
You testified earlier that after this happened. Well, let me back up just real quick. When you were driving to and from Alameda, why
Josh,
were you in such a hurry?
You Crazy.
Why you rolling 70, 80 miles an hour down that dark, beat up road?
I wasn't in such a hurry.
You weren't?
No, sir.
All right.
How you feel without your pills, honey? How you doing? How's you making it? Is you making it okay? Sure, y'all hit the like button for Mama, please. Thank you. Please and thank you.
Show you what's been marked as States 573. See if you recognize this.
I do.
And tell the jury what that is.
It's Mac's car.
All right. And what's it in front of?
The house at Moselle.
And what's between the house and the Mercedes?
The golf cart.
Is that where it was on June the 8th, to your recollection?
No, sir.
Where was it left?
I mean, it was near there, but that's not exactly where it was. No, sir.
Okay, where was it?
Where we would normally park it would be a little bit closer to the.
Move here. I'm gonna get to the closing argument. There's this one that the one dude that questions him. He's just like Matlock.
You seem to be implying 2 dates, June the 7th and September, and talking about accountability issues. And I mean, those, to me, those two things are totally different. There were no accountability issues on my doorstep on June the 7th.
That's what you say.
And in September,
Not what
Jail
other
food
people
make
say.
you lose weight.
I was trying to,
That goulash.
well, no, I mean, been a lot of people, well,
Oh, you know, I used to have a friend that was yeah, that prison food to make you lose weight for sure. But it was a he was a what are like the jail police people called? It was one of those people. You know, like the guard, jail guard, prison guard. I don't know if it was a prison guard. It's more like a correctional officer. So he was a correctional officer. And he would say, I mean, he told me that if they got into like a food fight, you know, like they'll start throwing around food and stuff, that what they would do was they would put the food in the blenders or whatever, like mush it all up, and then they would be forced to drink it. If they threw their food around and stuff, because you know, I don't know if that was because they were mad because then they had to clean it up or what, but they would then take their food and put it in a blender or whatever they use, and they would make the inmates drink their all of it all mushed together like that. I was like, ew. I would be Kate Moss, honey.
In September, that wasn't designed to gain me sympathy. That was designed for me not to be here because I didn't want my son to have to deal with the wake of the things that I had done.
But that's not the story you told. The story that came out of your mouth right away was the story of you getting attacked by some unknown assailant while you were trying to change a tire and run flats. Well, that's the story that you told.
That is the story I told, but that's because
I was lying.
The man who shot me did not shoot me that day as I intended. And I had to have a story as to how I got shot, so I lied.
So you lied. And you're saying that people in your family and your friends didn't instantly believe that whoever these 12-year-old marauders were back to finish the job.
You keep using
and
the
it
term
happened just 2
12-year-old
hours
marauders.
after you'd been confronted by Chris Wilson.
Yeah, where
I
was he even
think
getting them
probably some
pills
people
from?
may have
That's a
thought
lot.
that when it first happened, but I think like Ronnie.
Yeah, I like this prosecutor too. He's petty. He my kind of petty. What is this thing about him pretending to get shot, like, or having somebody shoot him apparently somebody, I heard that this sounds familiar, but I didn't look into it. Apparently, like a while back, not pertaining to this or after this, but like I think before it, maybe he had um he had gotten shot, and he called the police or whatever, but he wasn't supposed to get shot then. I think he was supposed to get shot somewhere else or something. And so when it happened, he lied about what happened because he had set it up. I don't know if maybe it was for insurance or something. I don't know why he done it. If you don't know this case, you wouldn't believe it. No one could write this because no one would believe. Yeah. They do a lot. See what people with money do? Oh, Nani. When you got money, you be surprised where they can get paid. Right? Right. Exact that part. Cause that company, the drug companies or whatever, it's all built for money. So you got a bunch of money, you gonna get you that there stuff. They're gonna send it to you in a gift basket. Here you go. This for you. Knock
They marked
yourself
those
out.
guys. I think they knew
Literally.
very quickly that this was not.
Yeah, I think Buster could get the insurance. From
This,
the-
I
from the
think they
mom
knew this was
and
something
the
that I'd
son.
done.
Cause somebody's supposed to get it. And he couldn't get it once they suspected him. They would have never, even if he got away with it, they still could have kept it from him.
Shame for you. I asked this before, but shame
Some
for you
can,
is an
though.
extraordinary provocation, isn't it, Mr. Murdaugh?
Shame for me is an extraordinary provocation. I don't like to be shamed.
The prospect of humiliating the legacy is an extraordinary provocation to you.
Not
isn't
when
it,
you
Mr.
on the
Murdaugh?
pills.
What do you mean by an extraordinary
I'm on my pills.
provocation?
I don't care about
It
anything. If
affects
that's
you
what you're
deeply.
asking.
It's your biggest concern, is it not?
No, that's not my biggest concern.
It's the pills. Duh. The pills, sir, would be my biggest
You're a
concern.
middle-aged man like me.
I'm 54 years old. I'm not sure. You look like you're in better shape than me, so I don't know.
Wait, how old do you say you was?
I was actually a couple of years behind you in law school, but we never knew each other, did we?
I don't like to be shamed.
The prospect of humiliating the
Deborah Wagner, thank you, boo. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. Absolutely. That's what we do. We tangle the web. We tangle the web. Mama love you. Yes, she do. When first we
legacy
practice
is an
to
extraordinary
deceive.
provocation to you, isn't it, Mr. Murdaugh?
What do you mean by an extraordinary provocation?
It affects you deeply. It's your biggest concern, is it not?
No, that's not my biggest concern.
You're a middle-aged man like me.
I'm 54 years old. I'm not sure. You look like you're.
Jesus, you 54. God damn. I'd have gave you 75, but okay. What is up? Shit. Damn. Whew. Sheesh. It's rough. No, it's hard out here for a pimp. Thank you, Andrea. Have to agree with you from earlier. He comes across as believable, right? Well, I don't know about it. Seems like a nice guy. I don't agree with that part. But but he definitely seems like he could possibly be a easy patsy. He's extremely vulnerable right now because he's all fucked up in the brain from all them pills. I'm gonna tell you, they'll fuck with you like long term. Like if somebody wanted him to go down, this is the perfect time in his life to get him. He's gonna feel the need to lie about stuff because of his addiction, which is gonna make him unbelievable about anything else. Nobody likes him, so no one's gonna stand up for him. Right? There's a billion witnesses to say that to speak against his character. He's a perfect patsy. He'd be a perfect patsy, especially for if your other seed, if all your seeds are terrible. And I'ma tell you, I thought it was so weird that his son, this Buster, he looks so unfazed. His mom is dead. His brother's dead. Even literally when they were saying that he was guilty, I was watching his face when they said he was guilty. His son's face did not shift at all. It did not. At all. Like, in no way. It didn't look happy. It didn't look sad. It didn't look confused. He didn't turn his head. He didn't put nothing. It was like the judge didn't say shit. It's like, I thought that was so strange. He's literally now all that's left. Totally unfazed. Almost as if that was the plan. Just my theory. Just saying. I could see how this could happen. For sure. Because he definitely is giving me this vibe of like where he can't do nothing about this. Like he knows. And think about this. What if even more so, like we're all focused on the fact that he's such a terrible person that he killed his wife and his son. Like while we're all thinking that, but what if it's the opposite? What if he's so not a terrible father that he even knows that his other son is responsible, in like allegedly, right? But he don't want to get him in trouble, so he's trying to get himself off, but while not throwing his son under the bus. Like, what if he even suspects that? It could go the opposite way completely. Like, we're thinking he's the monster, right? Like, but what if it's the opposite? What if he actually isn't? That's crazy. And we will find out. We'll find this out. Because if Buster is a demon, then Buster's going to do something else, and there will be a leak. Someone's going to know something at some point. Buster will be drunk. Buster will be something. He will speak. He will say, and there will be someone who will be able to say what happened here, or at least kind of give that thing. So because everything that's done in the dark come out. It come out as soon as light come on. So, especially if he ends up getting some money behind this. Like if Buster gets some money behind this, we'll find out soon. Because he's going to act a fool. He's going to act a fool with that money, and he's going to accidentally tell on himself. Or he'll just do something else crazy, and then it'll make people go, shit, maybe, what if he's the one who did it? You know, by then, his father will be dead, I'm sure, in prison. He'll be already dead, because he ain't going to last long. See how much weight he done already lost? You know, he been on them pills all that time, taking that much stuff. Yeah, he ain't going to last long in there. Oh, that's deep. That take you down a rabbit hole, but I can see this. I can see that. I can see it. I believe in my instincts. Something about this don't smell right to me.
You're in better shape than me, so
Oh.
I don't know.
I was actually a couple of years behind you in law school, but we never knew each other.
$40
did we?
million.
I never knew you, no, sir.
What was 40
Had a
million?
very successful career up until this point.
You
It's a
know,
simple question.
and the answer to that is no, Mr. Waters. I was an addict for more than 20 years.
All right, so making millions of dollars over a decade is not having a successful career. Is that what you're going to tell the jury?
No, that's not a successful career. When you
Okay, well, let me put it
no,
like this.
hang on. Let me just.
All right, go
put
ahead.
this- you know, it may have been what you perceive as a successful career, but you know, I was the one who was fighting that.
Oh, he stole 40
You don't
million.
have a very high self-esteem when you're an addict. So I don't deem.
He got the driest mouth in all the land. Him and this little lizard tongue. Like, get this man some water. What are y'all doing? Like, what is this? The torture chamber? What's going on here? Yes. Yes, the son was terrible. The whole family need to be thrown away, to be honest with you. Just the whole family was off. The whole thing. But what if Buster's the worst of them all? I'm just saying, mommy's antennas is up. Well, that was more like a horn, wasn't it? Just one. Yeah. Oh, look at the little lizards. Thank you, Lauren. Mommy like lizards.
Myself a success.
Would you agree that at least outwardly you were perceived as successful?
I made a bunch of money, if that's what you're wanting to get at.
No, I'm actually asking about the perception. You were perceived as a prominent,
I tried to be.
powerful lawyer.
How I was perceived,
You were president
I
of
don't
the
know.
trial lawyers.
I sure tried to be.
Oh, you know what? I take it all back. He's trying to be humble. He did it. I recognize his tactic. He's trying to maintain a humble, even him being hunched in his chair like this. This is all a front. This is a thing that they teach. They teach you to shrink yourself down. To be very like humble. If you say anything that sounds like super confident, the jury ain't gonna like it. They're gonna get you. So they want you to be extremely humble. You know, hunch yourself kind of down, like so you want to look as less like a threat as possible. You want to look helpless, which he is doing a bang up job. He got me convinced there for a second that he didn't fucking do it. Oh, he's good at his job. This fucker is good at his job. Oh, he's way too good at this. Oh, he had me going until he refused to say that one little thing. He just told on himself. Nah, he did it. He definitely did it. He definitely did it. Buster's just a dick because Buster's a dick. I was thinking maybe Buster was that kind of dick, but maybe Buster's just a dick coincidentally. He did this. He did it. He did it. He's in there trying to humble him. He's trying to make himself seem humble. He's like, you know, I mean, I tried my best. She like, you were a successful attorney. You know, I mean, I tried, you know, I mean, I struggled. You know, I was an addict for 20 years. Like, I mean, I made a lot of money if that's what you insist on me saying, but I was not happy because I was, you know, I'm sad, sickly case is what I am. He's trying to make himself less. You seen that property they lived on. All that fucking land they owned. He had a fucking, what was the lady there's a woman who died in the house? And was that after, like, when did that lady who was like working for them, when did she die? Did she die before this happened or after? Y'all let me know in the chat. Remember the maid or the housekeeper that passed away, that died, fell down the stairs or something? Wait, was that before or after the family got killed? Which one came first, the chicken or the egg? I want to know, honey. So it was before, okay. So I wonder what that, like, it's like everybody in that family got somebody dead behind them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? Why do people keep dying around these people? What is this property cursed or something? I want to know what's going on. That's what I'm gonna tell you. People with money are scary. People with money, it could be scary, y'all. Like not just money. Actually, it's old money. Old money is scary because they're so attached to it that they literally will do anything to keep it that way, because they've never, even generationally, they've never known anything. They've never been anything other than this. You know what I mean? Like if you were broke before and then you personally were broke before and then you got rich, is different. You know what I mean? But like generational money, generational reputations, that kind of stuff, people will do anything to protect that stuff. Ugh, creepy. Oh my God, look at this thing. He did it. He definitely did it.
You lived a life of possessing authority.
Possessing authority?
Yeah, we saw the badges. You just admitted of your prominence in the
Look at
legal
him,
community.
trying to be
I don't
humble.
think that I lived a life of possessing authority. I never saw myself as that way.
See, told you. Yeah.
You don't think you lived a
I don't. Yeah. He's doing the humble thing. Oh, you sneaky bastard! You telling on yourself though. You're making it too obvious. You gotta pull back on it a little bit. Well, it's too late for you now. Now you're going under the prison. You're fucked up. You made it too obvious that that's what you was doing. I mean, I wouldn't say I was successful. I'm just a regular person, just like you. I put my shoes on one time, one shoe at a time, just like you. Okay. I got shit streaks on my drawers, just like you. People keep dying on my property, just like you. Oh, hey, Padre. How you doing, baby? How you doing? Yeah, Matlock was on it, honey. He's playing
life
no
of
games.
privilege?
I think I was very privileged.
Okay, you admit that?
But as we move to
Why you say it like you mad about it though?
June of
Oh,
2021,
is that you
you were
doing it?
suffering from a drug addiction?
Same.
Absolutely.
your father was terminally ill,
When?
as we move to June of 2021,
No, sir.
he was very ill.
He was very ill.
Did he tell people his dad was
And
terminally
you
ill?
were coming to a point of financial crisis.
I wasn't talking about me. I was just being funny. Bars. Sometimes I go too far.
I was having financial issues like I'd had many times in the past.
Mr. Murdaugh, are you a family annihilator?
Yes,
A family annihilator?
you heard.
You
Why
mean
did you?
like, did I shoot my wife and my son?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this is so
Would
funny.
never.
Why does he shake his head yes when he says no? He goes, no. Absolutely not. Never heard of anything like that ever. And you go, well, maybe he always nods his head like that. But no, because when he says no and means no, he does this. Like if you ask him if his name was Scott, he'd say no. Did you kill your family? No. Like, what are you doing? Like, pay attention. You got all the rest of it down pat, but you can't figure out what your head is doing. Like,
Hurt Maggie Murdaugh. I would never hurt Paul Murdaugh under any circumstances.
That's why I keep doing this.
Say that.
Why are you breathing like that in the microphone? Back up.
Excuse me?
You say that, but you lied to Maggie, didn't you?
I did lie to Maggie.
You lied to Paul.
Sometimes.
You lied to your father?
Damn, that's fucked up. He said, "You lie to Maggie." He like, "Yeah." You lie to your wife? Of course. You lie to your son? Sometimes. Damn. So you just lie to your wife all the time. Like lying to your wife was just y'all's conversation. Like you hungry? Nah. And he in there starving. Like, damn, you just lying for no reason. Oh my gosh. Look at this man. I want him to ask him another yes or no question where the answer is no and it's an obvious no, so that y'all can see what I'm talking about about that, where he doesn't just do that wrong. He just does this. Like this is one of his tells that maybe his lawyer didn't pick up on. Didn't like catch early.
I'm sure I did at some point.
Did you tell him all the stuff you'd been up to over the years before he died?
No, I didn't tell him.
Did you lie to your brothers?
About financial things?
Yes.
I would have lied to Randy at some point, I'm sure.
Did you lie to him about the last time you saw your wife and son alive?
I did.
Did you lie to their wives?
I'm sure I did.
Did you lie to Marion Proctor?
Yes.
Did you lie to Bart Proctor?
Yes.
Damn, you
Did
just
you lie
lying
to the
all day.
Branstetters?
Yes.
Did you lie to your best friend Chris Wilson?
Probably.
You see, that's the
Did you
yes.
lie?
Yes.
To your other friend Barrett Bulware when you took his money?
No, sir.
No.
I didn't lie like I told you. I didn't lie directly to him. I lied to him by omission, like we talked about. I mean, I didn't talk to him. I didn't see him at that time.
Did you lie to your...
You see that? See? So he know how to do this when he says no. He know how. But when he say no to that thing, he be like, nah. Oh, creepy.
Your law partners?
I did.
Did you lie to him about the kennels?
Some of them.
Did you lie to Mark Ball?
Oh, his voice does sound like Trump a little bit.
Yeah, I believe, based on what Mark said, I believe I did.
I can't believe I never
Did you lie to
caught
Ronnie
that.
Crosby?
According to what he said, I believe I did.
Did you lie to Johnny Parker?
I don't believe I ever discussed that with Johnny.
Did you lie to him about the finances when you borrowed that money in July of 2021?
I don't know if I lied to him about. I don't think Johnny asked me. I don't think I had to lie to Johnny about that, so I don't know.
Did you lie? Well, you certainly didn't disclose to him the truth when you borrowed that $250,000, did you?
I did not tell him what I was going to use it for.
I mean, didn't we say before that not telling the whole truth is the same as telling a lie?
Sure it is.
You don't think that's a lie, though?
I'm just saying, Mr. Waters, I'm not taking issue with that, but I don't even know that Johnny and I mean, Johnny had loaned me money numerous times. It wasn't any long sit-down discussion where Johnny wanted to know exactly what I was doing with it. That conversation would have been, I needed it. Johnny was always willing to help me, and that would have been the conversation. So,
yeah, that Snapchat
on that specific event, did I lie to him? I don't know.
Yeah, he ended up being out $477,000, didn't he?
He ended up being out a lot of money.
And thank you for your qualifications as to that. Did you lie to Lee Cope?
I don't know. I don't know if Lee Cope was around when I said that or not.
Did you lie to Danny Henderson?
I did lie to Danny.
Did you lie to Jeannie Seconder?
About finances, yes, I did.
You didn't ever talk to her about the kennels?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Did you lie to Annette Griswold?
I did.
Did you lie to Christy Gerald, your other secretary or paralegal?
I don't believe she and I discussed. I would have at some point, I'm sure.
That.
Did you lie to Michael Gunn?
I'm a basic bitch.
I'm sure I did at some point, but I mean, Michael wasn't involved in any of this, so I don't know that any of this ever came up with Michael.
Did you lie to your clients? Did you lie to Pamela Pinckney?
I did.
Natasha Thomas?
I don't know that I dealt with Natasha, but I certainly.
Come on, you just gonna name everybody in fucking town? Just say, did you lie to everybody you ever knew? Always and forever. Oh, you did? Oh, got it. Let's skip ahead here. Skip on ahead here. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Mama's nose is itching. Somebody must be talking about me somewhere.
Redirect.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I know, right? You gotta
Mr. Murdaugh, we
believe
spent a
me.
long time yesterday
One
and
time.
a fair amount of time today talking about financial misdeeds.
Let's keep an eye on Buster over here. Look. See Buster? Look at it. Look at the bus. The bus. Somebody in the chat said that a while ago. A bus. A bus.
Yes, sir.
Have you been criminally charged for those financial crimes?
I have been.
And you have pending charges against?
I do.
You were asked specifically about $792,000 in Ferris fees that you diverted from the law firm. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
And I think you were asked about an accounting or where that money went, and it went out pretty quickly, roughly.
Yes, sir.
And you recall testimony that over $500,000 went to Curtis Eddie Smith.
I do.
And what would that have been for?
That would have all been for pills.
For opioids?
Yes, sir. Specifically, all I was taking at that time was oxycodone and OxyContin.
And you were an addict, were you not?
I am an addict.
You are an addict. And did you repeatedly lie to those you love to cover up your addiction?
I did.
And were you concerned that
I bet his liver ain't shit. All right, you know what I just realized? I just realized that my thumbnail says closing arguments. This is not, I repeat, not a closing fucking argument. The closing argument is the Matlock one, where they just talking to the jury. And I was looking at this, and then I went ahead and pushed the live thing. And so that's what I ended up looking at. But this is closing arguments. So we're going to go on to the closing arguments and find this Matlock guy, because he was funny. There he is. Is that the guy? No, I think it's the second dude. Yeah. He's the guy. He took his job serious, honey. Oh, he was not playing no games, honey. Let's find that particular one. Oh, Judge scolds Alex Murdaugh's lawyer for repeatedly thanking him. Oh, for thanking who? Oh, let's see what that is. What's that? It's curious. I'm curious.
Referencing State's Exhibit 190.
What's this?
Captain Chapman, do you notice blood marks here in the water?
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection is sustained.
Thank you.
Did you observe blood marks in the water when you were there that evening?
calling for speculation.
Right.
He is calling for speculation as to what discoloration in the water, if there is any, is caused by.
I'll lay more of a foundation, Your Honor. Captain Chapman, were you familiar with the scene as this picture depicts?
Yes,
Did you personally view what this picture depicts?
I did.
Are you familiar with the discoloration, and did you observe the discoloration in this photograph on two different areas?
I did see that.
Was that discoloration, in your opinion, consistent?
Objection. He's not been qualified to give an opinion about this matter.
I didn't hear the complete question.
In your estimation, in your
Your Honor, objection, and if he's going to pursue this frivolous line of questioning, I'd ask the jury be excused. No evidence whatsoever.
Objection is overruled. Let's pose the question.
in your experience and observation, having observed the scene and all the matter that was there, were those lines in the water consistent with blood?
Objection.
Objection sustained.
Thank you.
I don't need to be thanked for any ruling.
No, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Expressing my gratitude is improper. I appreciate that.
Thank you,
right.
Your Honor. And I'll ask just one last question and I understand the court's ruling. Captain Chapman, are the substance there that you identified as having observed, are they in a straight line? Are they in straight lines?
Yes.
Look at him like hovering over him like, you better not say the wrong thing.
Thank the court's
I'd like to
indulgence.
make a motion to strike his questions about blood from the record, and the jury be instructed to disregard those questions.
I've informed the jury that they're to disregard any question when I sustain the objection. They were previously instructed on that.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ah,
No further questions, Your Honor.
Any further?
oh, that was hilarious. Oh, shit. Oh, that was sad. He looked like he didn't know what to do at the end. He's like, oh, okay, okay, let's see. What y'all talking about in my chat? Mama, I never thought I'd say this, but I miss their role. I know. You know what I'm about to do? Oh, y'all want to watch some Daryl? Y'all want to watch some Daryl? What y'all think? What y'all think? This is a little boring, isn't it? You know what I'm in the mood for? I'm in the mood for Daryl doing that long speech thing he did. It was it the closing art? No, it was right before he was gonna get his punishment. Oh, what you think? What y'all think? Y'all want to watch some Daryl? Put one in the chat if y'all want to switch this up and make it Daryl's situation. Yeah, because this is boring as balls. Oh, yes, Daryl Circus. One's in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you want to change this up. You want to do some Daryl. Do some Daryl damage. Y'all let me know. You know I'm down. Oh, I guess I gotta give the other people a chance. Put a 2 if you do not. If you want to stay in this situation. I knew I should have went for that Daryl. I'll tell you, you can't fail with Daryl, man. It's just. Yeah, thank you. Awesome. Yeah, that's the comfort zone. All right, so what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to do that thing where the thing isn't about the thing that I have the thumbnail for. So I'm gonna close out this chat. Okay, And I'm gonna open up another live. So it'll take me maybe not even 5 minutes, maybe like 2 minutes, and it should be another live that pops up. Okay. I'll see y'all in a minute. Oh, King of Simps said 222. Too late. You're too late, King of Simps.